Welcome and what is up there everybody, this is Casper with Casper Crypto, and in today's video I've got some huge Dogecoin news for you guys. This stuff is mind-blowing that Dogecoin is actually going in this direction. I think that long term this is some massive positive news. However, in the short term we may be seeing a little bit more of a downtrend by using technical analysis and seeing where the price could go in the next few days and the next few hours. I'm going to be showing you guys why I believe so, but why there's opportunity in that and why it could actually not really happen. Well, we're going to be going over all of that and I'll explain everything in today's video. But before we do so, I'd really appreciate you guys could smash that like button down below and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you guys have not yet. I'd really appreciate it a ton. Alright, so taking a look at Dogecoin, we did have a massive drop off today. We are down about 14% or down to about 22.7 cents per Doge. Our market cap went from about 50 billion just a few weeks ago down to 30 billion. And as you can see in the 7-day charts, we just had a massive drop off. In the last day, within the last 24 hours, we were at 28 cents at a certain point, and now we're sitting at a measly 23 cents. The lowest point we were at about a few hours ago this morning was about 21.5 cents. So we're not doing too bad. It looks like we're trying to rebound right here, forming some kind of support. Possibly a double bottom right here. We're going to be going over more of that in the charts, technical analysis, seeing how that could be affecting the price movement. But yeah, basically the last 7 days have just been a steady decline. In the last 2 days, I've just had some significant drop-offs like yesterday and today. So I'd definitely be watching your positions on Dogecoin, just seeing, hey, what's my risk tolerance? Like considering if the lowest it can go is, let's say, we're going to be doing some more analysis on this, but just rough numbers. Let's say lowest it can go is about 21 cents to about 10 cents per Dogecoin. Am I okay with that? Or do I need to take some money out because I'm not able to handle that risk, you know? But yeah, basically we just had this massive drop, and let's take a look at the news and see what's going on with Dogecoin. So taking a look, we can see right here that Dogecoin news, developers share two big catalysts that could send Doge prices higher. So I took a look at this, and this is actually some pretty interesting and important stuff that they were mentioning, similar to what we talked about with the Ethereum Dogecoin smart contracts. But don't worry, I'll explain all of it right now. So take a look at this. It's no secret that cryptocurrencies have been experiencing significant volatility in recent weeks. Concerns linger over energy consumption, regulations, and the post-pandemic market. News that China is furthering target miners and an uncertain Federal Reserve meeting this week are no helping matters. So there's a lot of FUD, a lot of bad things going on. Like in China, they're not allowing people to mine Bitcoin anymore, even though it was like it was a country that mined the most Bitcoin. So they're like, hey, move out. So now the miners are on the move and trying to find another place to start mining Bitcoin again. And like other cryptos, Dogecoin is feeling the pain of a volatile week. However, there is a piece of Dogecoin news that could see Dogecoin prices recover. So this basically says how much it's up or down. We get that, right? But what we see right here is, like peers, Bitcoin and Ethereum, it seems Dogecoin cannot escape the volatility. However, there is news pieces that are promising. Today, a blockchain startup called dogelabs started working, shared that it is working on developing a bridge between Dogecoin and Ethereum. If this happens, Doge holders will have access to ETH-backed decentralized finance solutions and staking programs. I read through that. I don't know if you guys noticed what this is, but this is actually huge. If they're actually going to be able to complete this project and actually get Dogecoin to have the ability to be using DeFi, that is huge. And let me explain exactly why. So if Doge would have access to ETH-backed DeFi, right now the gas fees are pretty high for ETH, but I think it'll definitely go down with time. But what DeFi allows you to do, it's basically like allowing you to have a bank without a bank, and also allowing you to earn interest on your money, work with your money in different ways. Like you can actually like use your money, hold it in Aave. You can use it as collateral to borrow money. You pay a rate and you earn a rate when you're borrowing, and when you're putting your money in Aave. So there's a lot of actually interesting ways that allow you to use DeFi, and it's honestly, I recommend you take a look at it. It's extremely interesting. But basically what's going on is that Dogecoin is going to be able to have these solutions and staking programs. And for those who don't know what staking is, it's basically like investing your money, kind of like, for example, in high interest yield account, except that this is with crypto where you get to put your money aside and it earns interest month after month. But the thing is, with staking, you usually get compound interest, and it compounds like every day or multiple times per day. All right, so let's take a look at what else they said. What else do you need to know about the latest Dogecoin news? Importantly, it appears that this announcement follows commentary from Vitalik Buterin, the Ethereum co-founder. dogelabs said that Buterin recently said that he sees potential for a Dogecoin to Ethereum bridge. So it's not only dogelabs that is trying to work on this, but Vitalik Buterin, the legend, the founder of Ethereum, is actually saying that he sees potential for Dogecoin to have an Ethereum bridge. And with this in mind, the startup will say it's working with a team of developers from Data Syndicate to make this happen. Dogecoin bulls also should know that Doge Labs has another plan in the works. According to some press release, the startup is considering developing a Doge burn wallet. So what a Doge burn wallet, sorry, I didn't mean to click on that, but what a Doge burn wallet is basically going to allow Dogecoin to be deflationary, and basically anti-inflation, where there's going to be a certain amount of coins that are burned, meaning they just send into a wallet that can't be accessed. So the total supply of Dogecoin goes down, meaning it's basically supply and demand. The more supply there is, the more demand needs to follow to keep that price. But if they use they start developing a burn wallet to decrease inflation on Dogecoin, that'll allow the supply to go down, meaning if there's the same amount of demand and supply goes down, that'll allow Dogecoin prices to soar much higher. So yeah, that's basically a lot of interesting stuff that's going on. They're all working on this. Dogecoin developers are all working on this. Doge Labs is working on this. But how is this going to affect the price of Dogecoin? Well, I personally think long term, we've got so many good news set up for Dogecoin to actually do phenomenal this bull run. I am in no doubt that we could probably hit $1 per Dogecoin by the end of this year. But of course, this is not financial advice. These are my just personal opinions, thoughts and opinions. But what I personally think could happen is we could see a further downtrend for a little bit, as multiple people have predicted, especially since the whales have not been buying yet. But I think that once we reach, for Bitcoin, and I'm going to show you how this affects Dogecoin, but for Bitcoin, once we hit the prices of around, let's see, right around the 20 to 28, it could honestly be anywhere between this range. But I think on the higher end, if we drop down to 28, that's like best case scenario. We could drop down to 28,000 per Bitcoin, and then see a bounce back up, a recovery. And I have no doubt we could also hit like a 80 to 100,000 Bitcoin by the end of the year. I think it's definitely possible. Of course, not financial advice though. But I think that Bitcoin could drop down to 28,000, 25,000, and possibly like 23,000. And if it goes really bad, 20,000, which is a very long-term support from the previous bull run where we almost hit 20,000. Like this would be the max. I think it could go down 20,000. So that's basically what could happen with Bitcoin. But how is that going to affect Dogecoin price? Well, for those who don't know, altcoins like Dogecoin actually are affected by the price of Bitcoin, like move with Bitcoin, but move a lot more volatile with their movements. So what I think could happen with Dogecoin is we could see a similar drop, if not bigger. That's just the beauty of altcoins, where they just are more volatile. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a Dogecoin hit. If we use the Fibonacci retracement, we could take a look that the next prices for Dogecoin, and bear with me here because we're actually going to be able to get a pretty accurate prediction where Dogecoin could drop, like the lowest points. So using the Fibonacci retracement, which doesn't always have to follow, and this is just one of the ways you can use the Fibonacci retracement. But the next psychological level, we already hit the psychological level number 1.618. We could either see a bounce right here, which I wouldn't be too surprised about because we have seen a lot of support around this area as well. And we have a long wick on the bottom. We still have 2 hours on this candlestick chart, but I think that we could be seeing a support right where we're at right now. Like this is going to be the lowest point. Or if we do drop below and we're not able to hold the support right here, what could happen is we could have a minor bounce up and then slowly start heading downwards towards about the 9 to 10 cent area, which would be absolutely crazy and hard to believe. But a 50% drop, I think we might not drop a full 50% because that's a little bit overboard, since Dogecoin already did drop like 40, well over 50% since the tops during the SNL days of Elon Musk. So what I think could be happening is we could be seeing a support right here. And I don't know if the Fibonacci retracement will be an accurate prediction of, I think the worst case scenario for Dogecoin would be for it to drop to like 9 to 10 cents. But of course, these are just my opinions, and from what I've seen analyzing charts and trading crypto and trading stocks in the past. But yeah, that's basically what we could see. I think worst case scenario right around the 9 to 10 cent area, and then best case scenario we see a rebound right here and we start heading higher. So that's basically what we've got going on right here. So thank you guys all so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.